Do what makes you happy. It sounds like a very simple statement. I think we all like doing what makes us happy. But let's go a little step further with that. Is there a such thing as doing too much of what makes you happy? Is there a cutoff point? Is there a boundary line? Most of us like to place boundaries on other people, what they can say, what they can do to us, around us, things of that nature. Now, let's say I like buying Michael Jordan shoes. You know, some people that's the happiest thing in the world, and some will say, well, you just saying that because, or you got a problem with that because you can't afford them. Hey, it might actually be true. Does that make me a good or bad person? No. This video is about doing what makes you happy. So you want to buy all the Jordans in the world and have all those shoes you're going to wear one time at a time. Oh, I can wear 4 or 5 of them in one day. Hey, you take 4 hours here, 4 hours there, you possibly do it. I'm just speaking in simple terms. Just say you got, let's be generous, 50 to 100 pair of Jordans in your closet. Oh man, look at all the choices I have. You know, I mean, hey, for some people, that's their level of happiness. Some people might not have no more than 3 pair of shoes, and they might be more realistically happier than the people with 100 pair of shoes. Does that make them bad people or good people? No, it just makes them people. Like I said, you can't take none of this stuff with you, so if that's the way you want to live your life, live it up. Live it up. I have no problem with that. For some people, having 100 pair of shoes makes them happy. And for others, eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every now and then makes them happy. Whatever floats your boat, as they say. I mean, and having a whole bunch of money. Who doesn't want a whole bunch of money, man? Money is a beautiful thing, man. Do not ever speak ill will or negativity of anything that can change your life in a heartbeat. Just like that. But the irony of what makes us happy is too much of anything can actually be a detriment. Happiness is in the eye of the beholder. But some examples would lead us to, okay, well, hey, let's pick another example. Somebody likes to eat chocolate cake. Oh, chocolate cake is lovely. Oh, it's sweet. It makes you feel good, gives you a high. Hey, they say sugar is either more or just as addictive as crack cocaine. So if that's true, then man, you get happy off eating chocolate cake a lot. Hey, do your thing. Just know, once again, too much of anything may not always work out for you. Lots of sugary chocolate cake, raised blood pressure, cholesterol. Hey, for that little few moments, few minutes, maybe a few seconds, you're in total bliss. Do what make you happy. It will make you happy. One more example. Having all the women in the world, or having access to lots of women. Initially, to me, that would be like the most beautifulest thing in the world. You know, and at this point, it still is. But let's be realistic here. You can break this down to three factors that will make having a whole bunch of women access to them just actually makes sense. Number one, you got time to deal with all those women. You know, it's time, like they say, is money. You know, and without time, hey, we really don't have anything. It takes time to just live our lives in a normal manner. So without time, hey, like it goes back to the shoes or even the cake, man. Where do you have time to even dedicate to all those women? Like realistically, because women are emotional and they eventually will want more time. That's a fact. Let's move on to the next key here about having a lot of women. Energy, very similar to time. Takes energy to either, please, entertain, satisfy these women. And satisfaction could go either way, physically, verbally, emotionally, and spiritually. And all these energies are very important. We can't just spread all of this out. We need pretty much most of that for ourselves if we want to function properly. So energy is, we need energy to do jobs, create things for ourselves, for the world. That's the way of the world. So all your energy can only stretch so far. And lastly, we went over time, we went over energy, and of course money. Let's just be honest. Now, unless they got their own money, and you just happen to be so high ranking. I'm not going to use the other term. It's been used enough already. Let's say you're a high ranking man. And you have enough money to make a incredible experience for as many women as you want. Yes, that sounds great. But for the average man, realistically, we only have so much time, energy, and money that needs to be spent wisely in this life. And that's that, man. So at the end of the day, doing what makes you happy, go right ahead, whatever that is. But always remember, too much of anything can be bad for you. Too much of anything. So if you do too much of anything, guess what? You're going to become desensitized. And when you desensitize, hey, those things do not have the same value as they would have if you didn't overindulge, overspend, or even overcompensate. So, leave you with this message. Do what makes you happy. But make sure You're balancing out time, money, and energy.